This is a bit like the girl next door if the girl next door was known to previously look like Miss Trunchbull, but then you randomly came across her like 10 years later and boom, she has now become the exact opposite. Look at this car, it's absolutely gorgeous. Name one electric drop-top car for under £100,000. Go on, I'll give you 10 seconds. Time starts now. Yeah, it's pretty darn hard, right? So I present to you this. Ever heard of Zeekr? Yeah, neither did I, but you've most probably heard of its sister brands Smart, Volvo, Lotus and Polestar. Zeekr, that's actually owned by the huge mammoth of an organisation that is Geely, will soon be bringing their cars to the UK. Now before you start thinking, oh, here we go again, another Chinese, cheap, bad looking set of cars that I wouldn't even dream of buying, think again, because they actually look quite good. The 001, yeah, it's not exactly 007-esque, but this is an executive shooting brake estate, and the X, which is a small SUV, both of these cars will be coming to the UK early next year. And they do come with some pretty cool tech, like self-closing doors, facial recognition as you walk up to the car, which then configures the car to your own unique preferences, fingerprint sensors, massage seats in the back, and head-up display as standard. But it's not just about cool tech. The 001 led to a performance model which delivers 1,250 brake horsepower, which propels the car from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. That is a crazy car. Now, when these cars arrive in the UK, they'll come with over-the-air updates, 100,000 mile or 5-year warranty, 8-year battery warranty, a European-wide charging network, coupled with what looks like a pretty amazing app. I'm so excited about these cars, hoping to start seeing them on the UK roads by about early next year. Now, talking of EVs, name one electric drop-top car for under £100,000. Go on, I'll give you 10 seconds. Time starts now. Yeah, it's pretty darn hard, right? So I present to you this, the MG Cyberster. Now, I've covered this car off a couple of times in my previous videos, but it's worth talking about again. This is a bit like the girl next door if the girl next door was known to previously look like Miss Trunchbull, but then you randomly came across her like 10 years later and boom, she has now become the exact opposite. Look at this car, it's absolutely gorgeous. The car comes in 3 variants, the slowest of which propels the car from 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds, and the fastest of which 3.2 seconds. Ooh, that's fast. The Chinese, yep, in case you Brits thought, finally something from the UK, MG is now actually owned by the Chinese state, who claim the car can do 300 miles. But well, that's probably a bit exaggerated. Maybe more like 250 miles if you're willing to turn the aircon off, roof down, and drive at like 20 miles per hour all the time. But seriously, wouldn't it be so cool to park up next to a stack of boring old Nissan Leafs, Kias and Hyundais at your local EV charging station? People are just staring at you with their jaws open, watching you park up. Now, once you've given the car some juice though, and you step back in, you're in for a real treat as you're surrounded by this gaming style inspired interior. 4 digital interfaces here, all of which come with this gaming style type sort of layout, and 3 curve around the steering wheel to make you literally feel like you're about to play Gran Turismo. This is by far the best midlife crisis car you could ever get. Plus, your wife might just allow you to get one if you can somehow persuade her that you'll save the money and get the money back by saving on fuel. Could that work? I just can't get over how this car looks. The best thing, it'll cost around 50,000 pounds, and that's cheap for a car that looks this good. Expected to go head to head with the Boxster EV replacement that is due to come out in 2025. But we can all agree that the German rival will cost way more. Plus, could it look as good as this MG? And that's it for this week's show. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next week for another episode of Behind the Wheel Rewind.